strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hello everybody.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Aye, sir.
The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are offline.
Your estimates the Enterprise's warp drives have overloaded and exploded.
Not my engine.
It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
Oh. And hello everybody. Alright. Preparing coffee, so let me finish this and then we'll start the main game. Few things about the game. It's basically an adventure game, a point-and-click adventure game as it's also called, or graphic adventure as it's also called, with a couple of action sequences such as the one we just experienced. I played the game originally on the Amiga 1200, but I'm not talking about playing the full game now. I played a little bit of the first mission, enough to not remember almost anything about it. And I think I might have also played one of the PC versions. I don't remember if I played the one with the voice or not. been a while. And yeah, have to say, for some reason, for many years, back then especially, I was under the impression, the belief if you want, that Star Trek games were few and terrible. And here's the thing, I was completely wrong. Perhaps most of the games, at least in the 80s and early 90s, weren't the best possible, but they were not bad games. No. And later on, of course, they became even better. I think this was the start of getting even far better than before, even though, as I said, they were still quite good. With, for me at least, the best one being Star Trek The Next Generation Birth of the Federation. Of course, it is acquired taste, as it is a turn-based strategy game, a 4X game, which I stream from time to time, but I stopped doing that when Twitch stopped having the option to choose the game from a list so that you can get more people watching it. I still stream it sometimes. What else? Not much really. Yeah, I don't know much about the game. I mean, I've played it before, as I said, but only like an hour or whatever. But Star Trek was perhaps, well, it was one of the first memories I have of watching TV, talking about the original series, although I watched it well after the end of the series, because, well, I'm not that old, so it was impossible to watch it before. Plus, I don't know if the original series was broadcasted here when it was new. We had TV in Greece at the time, but I don't know if this was broadcasted or not. And yeah, actually quite excited, let's say, to play this game, even though probably no one will join us in the stream. I like Star Trek. I love Star Trek. No, I don't like Star Trek. I love Star Trek. Well, I admit I haven't watched the Picard and what's the other one? Lower Decks or something? Yeah, I haven't watched that either. What's the first, was it 2 seasons, I think, of STD? And the episodes of with Captain Pike were really good for me. I think that was the 2nd season. But overall, I wasn't a fan of the series, mostly because they didn't feel like Star Trek. They didn't feel like officers. They were too childlike, too. The characters, I mean. Some of the characters were wonderful, but the script, Anyway, let's let's get back to business. So we need to go to Pollux something, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
We have arrived at Pollux 5.
Cool.
Message from High Prelate Robert Angevin, sir.
Welcome, Enterprise. The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
Entering standard orbit.
Good.
Pollux 5 has recently emerged from an ice age, sir. It's spring at the moment, cool but tolerable. Sensors indicate previously documented flora and fauna. Nothing unusual.
If you were not alive at the time when this game was released, we have no idea how cool this was. Nothing visually, and audio I guess later, but mostly visually was Star Trek related as good as this. Nothing approached it.
The High Prelate is waiting for you to beam down, sir.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
High Prelate Angiven waits patiently for you to decide what you will do next. A quickly constructed Spartan shelter primarily used by fledgling colonies. On the other side of the trees is Idle Mountain, a tall, forbidding place. You have a vague feeling of danger. A beautiful, snow-covered scene with a path leading off to Mount Idle. James Tiberius Kirk, captain of the Enterprise. He's always happy to run an errand of mercy. Dr. Leonard McCoy, the finest doctor in Starfleet, wishes that he were on a warmer planet. Spock raises an eyebrow. Ensign Everts, who has never been this close to snow before in his life, gazes with childlike fascination at the ground.
Oh man, I have a feeling he's not going to make it.
Remnants of a recent snowfall cover the ground.
I've never seen snow like this before. This is great.
You mean you've never built a snowman, Ensign?
I've never even thrown a snowball. Do you think anyone would mind?
Well...
Later, Ensign, we have work to do.
Of course, sir.
Kirk is so strict in some ways, but also really nice. Always liked Kirk. Well, I always liked all of them.
I don't know if the problem is real, the result of a new illness, or mass hysteria. But at the very least, there's an injured miner who needs my help.
Doctor, you need to investigate the possibility of disease, mental or physical, among these people before we go chasing up the mountains. Prelate Angiven, may we see those who have encountered the demons.
They are already gathered in the chapel and will cooperate in any way with you. First door on my right.
Captain, demons and supernatural creatures are, almost by definition, illogical. Yet it is evident these people believe what they have seen. Barring illness or mass hysteria, I agree that a real problem seems to exist.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more.
Oh, choices.
Most High Prelate Angiven, I am honored to meet you. I consider it my divine duty to assist you in any possible way with the spawn of the devil. Been seeing ghosts and boogeymen, eh? I find that a little hard to believe. I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see? Demons? Gates of hell? This is the 23rd century. Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see?
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself? You're wasting the time of a starship capable of destroying this planet with campfire stories? No wonder you were dumped out here in the middle of nowhere. What can you tell me about the mine itself?
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Canbury to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Canbury was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
A quickly constructed Spartan shelter, primarily used by fledgling colonies. McCoy looks anxiously about the room. Ensign Everts cannot take his eyes off the sight of Mount Idle. A majestic view of Mount Idle can be seen through the skylight. Spock waits for your command, patient as ever. James Kirk takes time to rest and ponder the remainder of the mission. Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor.
Oh, I like how it's different focus for the items.
Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor.
I don't remember that at all.
Boxes of supplies and mining equipment litter the floor. A chapel typical of the acolytes of the stars. You look but see nothing of note. A chapel typical of the acolytes of the stars. A sturdy man of advanced years whose blue eyes meet yours with clarity, curiosity, and directness. The Tellarite appears completely at home surrounded by humans, but the wrinkling on his brow indicates a great deal of worry.
You'll understand if I don't stand up, I hope. I am not well.
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay, so that's the tricorder.
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Nugarian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
This man is getting worse. We've got to find those berries before he dies.
Can I use the medical kit? Yeah.
This man is getting worse. We've got to find those berries before he dies.
Okay. Where can I go there?
You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
Damn it. Forgot to save.
Ensign Everett seems to be rattled by the attack of the Klingons.
Oh, he's okay.
I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea. Kirk out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
They look like Klingons. They look like Klingons. They look like Klingons. It's the Klingon's detached hand.
This is a detached hand with some kind of circuitry in the palm, Captain. This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial. There is something different about this particular construct. Come here, Captain. Look at the hand. It seems to have been separated from the body. There's a wiring circuit in the middle of the palm.
This is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
You take the Klingon's detached hand. This hand was taken from the Klingon outside the cave.
Captain, I detect a recent avalanche approximately 6.2 kilometers away that occurred within the last 3 days. The mountain may be quite dangerous.
Demons, Klingons, avalanches. What's next? The Wicked Witch of the West?
That is not logical, Doctor.
It wasn't supposed to be logical, you green-blooded Vulcan. Why does everything have to be so damn logical?
I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
Well, we've seen Klingons. Now all we need is a few Romulans.
Control your thoughts, Doctor. There is a high probability that something here is using our own memories against us.
What?
A large patch of Kytelian tulips. These are very beautiful Doctus cattails. These Brandzite pods add a nice touch to the local flora. The path is surrounded by some beautiful shrubbery. A small stream flows down toward the forest. Mount Idle rises above you. Mount Idle rises above you. They look like Klingons.
Where are the flowers?
Your Vulcan science officer seems to be lost in thought, but remains alert. Various types of berries grow amongst the bushes. Mine entrance. A Gindorian fern. Facadian moss grows on the cave wall.
Does your tricorder say the cave is warmer, Spock?
It is not logical for me to use my tricorder to determine the cave's temperature, Doctor. I do not see what purpose it would serve.
Spock, everybody talks about the weather.
Whoever was trying to stop us may not stop with those Klingons, Captain. I recommend extreme caution.
The thought had occurred to me, Mr. Spock, but thank you for mentioning it.
Ah, I didn't save.
A large pile of rubble blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure.
Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful use of our phasers from the top down should be able to clear it.
What about...
Assume firing positions.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh.
Ensign Everts lies dead, crushed by the boulder.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Jim. Ensign Everts is beyond my help.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible. Captain, there are several weak points in the cave-in's structure. Careful.
Assume firing positions.
There is no apparent effect.
Captain, this course of action is ineffectual.
Nothing to report, Captain.
One of the acolytes who was trapped by the rockfall.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well.
I think Dr. McCoy would be better suited to deal with this.
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
Good.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven. Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my...
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible. Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of. Fascinating, Captain.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay.
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything.
So can I use it directly on it and have different...
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's see if we can find the thing we're looking for, the plant.
Gindorian ferns are regarded as an intergalactic weed, Captain. These seem to be Loraxian berries, Captain. They have several medicinal uses, but Dr. McCoy would know more.
Okay, so that's it. Can we use this one?
Jim, these are the berries we need to synthesize the hypodetoxin. We must get these to Brother Stephen quickly.
Okay.
You have retrieved a sample of berries.
Okay, can you communicate to Uhura about the dead ensign?
Nothing to report, Captain.
You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly. Ah, I see you found the berries. Meet me in my lab.
I assume the other building.
Welcome to my study. Feel free to look around. My medical and scientific equipment is surely not so sophisticated as you're accustomed to, but if there's anything you wish to use, please feel free. Also, I would be interested in anything you might have to show me.
You fail to obtain anything.
The settings on the Ardak 4 have already been adjusted. Simply place the berry in the machine and the hypoditoxin will be synthesized.
A multi-purpose workspace with fine, well-worn tools and equipment close at hand. Assorted pieces of glass rest on this table, from ancient beakers to double burners. An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of simulation running. A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal.
What?
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner. A multi-purpose workspace with fine, well-worn tools and equipment close at hand. The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
Do I have it?
Thank you. You're most kind.
This man has recently suffered a nasty but non-life-threatening wound. The damage has been adequately cared for. The man's vital effects are attributable to shock and stress.
I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No. I headed up the party that's...
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed...
The demons didn't follow you?
No.
You know, Jim, they can take a captain out of a starship and a science officer out of his lab, but you can never retire a doctor.
Not the good ones, that's for sure.
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
Brother Kandri is my partner. I was on the communications link when the demons caused the rockfall and silenced him. He said he'd found a strange door with devilish writing. Truly, he came upon the gate of hell itself. Brother Kandri was...
I am Brother Griznash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer, seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them.
A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Grisnash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
I am Brother Stephen, an Ignatiate following the holy teachings with mind and soul alike. I believe the anomalous mineral readings in combination with evidence of ancient disturbances in this otherwise highly stable geologic location indicates previous habitation of the region eons ago.
Why, Spock, you two should get along fine. He sounds just like you.
I would be equally honored to discuss medicine with you, Doctor, as science with your Vulcan associate. Let me continue. I believe our God made humans, aliens, and demons all. If I could get a real demon into my study, I would bless our God for the opportunity, as I thank him for everything in this life.
You tread close to unholy knowledge, Brother Stephen.
I appreciate your prayers, Brother Roberts. Captain, if you and your people go up the mountain, I hope afterward you will visit me in my study, which is next door. I'm too old to make the trek myself, but I'm eager for knowledge. In return, I will offer you what insights our God grants these old eyes.
Brother Kandre is.
What a fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it to my workbench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
What?
What a fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology.
Okay.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hand.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have. See how the fingertips have micro-sized sensors? I wonder what use they may have.
I wonder if it can be used to open that gate.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
Let's go up there.
A pulsing red light is set in the structure above the door.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. This looks like some of the hand security panels on the Enterprise.
It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
The hand circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens. A long tunnel descends into the mountain.
Nothing to report, Captain.
I'm sorry, Jim. Ensign Everts is beyond my help.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
How can I move?
Many alien machines fill the room. Many alien machines fill the room. Many alien machines fill the room. It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art. This floor contains conduits for conducting geothermal energy.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
I'm confused. Can we move there or not?
This appears to control some unusual security equipment.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device. This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. This control panel...
Nothing happens.
Ah, okay. Not sure what's going on. So this gives power to it. Okay, I have an idea. Let's say that the dark parts are without energy. So one out without energy, half and full perhaps?
Nothing happens.
Okay. Alright, so one half and just perhaps half again.
Nothing happens.
No. Okay. So full, half, and let's go the other way.
Nothing happens.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Right, so let's go the other way. Cannot go completely empty. Okay, full, top, half, and almost full.
Nothing happens.
Full at the bottom, yes. Come on. Half and oh, why do they have
Nothing happens.
Alright, I don't know, let's go talk to the people upstairs. Outstairs? It's a new word. Outstairs. How do I live?
I never dreamed.
Brother Kandre was...
Looks like perhaps I have to go back there.
I wonder who or what constructed all this.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art.
This alien construction takes readings of mental activity. It also activates manufacturing equipment related to security and includes a short-distance transportation device. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere, the moon, is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it. An eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. This control panel is a manual override for the alien life support equipment.
So you have to use it. But I still don't get it. I mean, this looks like half, but this is just a shadow from outside, so it shouldn't really be anything. So let's say full. The moon, he said that doesn't exist anymore. Can I switch it off? Cannot switch it off.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Cannot turn this off completely, so it has to be any other setting, but not off. Same with this. Same with everything.
Nothing happens.
It is an alien life support system, Captain, utilizing geothermal energy. It is still functioning, waiting for some sort of signal.
Can I
Nothing to report, Captain.
Can I use the hand there? It doesn't make any sense, but...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
That doesn't change anything, yeah. There are many combinations here, so I'm not going to do all of them. If anyone is watching and has any input, please feel free. I'm open to any suggestions how to solve this.
Nothing happens.
Try to use the tricorder on that, but no.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Let's try to give the hand to the other people. I like how we just leave him there.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I detect various pieces of mining equipment, but nothing of note. I detect various pieces of mining equipment, but nothing of note. I detect various pieces of mining equipment, but nothing of note. Nothing to report, Captain.
The man seems worried and stressed, but all body functions appear within normal limits. The alien's life sign seems stress elevated. Otherwise, he appears fundamentally healthy. He's in fine physical and mental condition, Jim.
Well, I admit, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I suppose the only thing to do is work with that puzzle, but I don't know how to solve it.
Nothing happens.
I have some notes. I don't know if they can be helpful. 1 second. Not the solution. Alright. Hey, Pete. Welcome back. Yeah, I found a hint. So I think I was half right. I have to do it so that all of them are at the lowest possible.
Welcome to our home. Thank you for repairing our Somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory.
How are you, Pete?
I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from? We did fix your machine. Can we write the repair bill off against rent on this land? Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from?
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Some advanced civilization.
Kek, I like how some of the options are just being a little bit of a dick. Ramen soup. Sounds good. Actually, I might have something similar. I mean, I don't know why you call it, not you, but people call it ramen. I call it noodles. Yeah, I know, I agree. It's a bit strange.
Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, woe! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
Yeah, it is a bit strange how he knows things that he shouldn't be able to know. Unless he wasn't in suspended animation, but I don't know. Type of noodle, eh? Okay, fair enough.
The alien is humanoid with green reptilian skin. It appears unarmed.
What are you talking about? He has 2 arms.
The alien emerged from this metal chamber.
This life form appears to be intelligent, a new sentient race. There appears to be a resemblance between it and the Celotis, although the present forms are quite small and definitely non-sentient.
Yeah.
This seems to be a cryogenic suspension chamber, Captain. This life form appears to be intelligent, a new sentient race. There appears to be a resemblance between it and the Celotis, although the present forms are quite small and definitely non-sentient.
What is a Celotis? Never heard of that before.
Perhaps we should try to communicate with the alien.
Fascinating. This life form may represent what would have happened had the dinosaurs of your Earth not become extinct.
Have you found the key?
No, I know nothing about the key.
The alien emerged from this metal chamber.
I don't even know what it looks like. Oh wait, is it the hand?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
No. Let's talk to the other humans. I haven't seen any other items, so...
Brother Kent.
Okay, perhaps it is something that I missed.
A long tunnel descends into the mountain. Ensign Everts lies dead, crushed by the boulder.
No, I still find it funny how he died. Well, there's nothing here.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Ah, wait. Wait.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal.
Not metal.
I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain.
The glass case is locked.
I never dreamed that...
How can I open this?
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me.
Oh, I love Kirk.
Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, where did you find all this?
Here and there. Much of it was brought to me by others exploring widely.
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens? True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go into mineral specimens? Meteorite. I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like. I think that the moon, like Earth's moon, would have made a total eclipse of the sun possible. I would have liked to have seen that. For conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders. Shall I go into mineral specimens?
Wait.
Meteorite. I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like. I think that the moon, like Earth's moon, would have made a total eclipse of the sun possible. I would have liked to have seen that. For conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders. Shall I go into mineral specimens?
Total eclipse is rare in the universe? That doesn't sound potentially accurate.
Meteor fossil shells, one of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet. Our God makes beautiful things indeed. Shall I go into minerals? Meteor fossil skull of a small alien animal. The skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet, about the size of a house cat from Earth. The Silatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs. Shall I go into mineral specimen? Meteor fossil skull of a twist of metal. This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into minerals, or would you rather move on to twist of metal, or would you rather move on to something else? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them.
Alright.
A manufactured vanadium tungsten alloy of considerable age and indeterminate use. A sample of a local life form called a Silati, the largest animal reported on this planet. About the size of an Earth house cat, the Silatis have an insectoid reptilian genotype with praying mantis-like forelimbs.
Well, I took everything, so...
A variety of rock specimens, including native silver, azurite, crystalline forms of various minerals. A completely ordinary nickel-iron meteorite. Fossil shells in limestone substrate, compatible with local geologic features.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at this alien. See the resemblance?
Have you found the key? A child? No, I see many differences. This must be what our people who did not slumber have become. Still, I would like to see these remains properly interred according to the precepts of our religion. May I keep this?
Of course. I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions. I think I should return it to where I got it from. No, I want to keep it as a memento for myself. Of course. I think I should return it to where I got it from.
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Are you not going to return the items?
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux 5 and evaluate your performance at 91%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears.
Oh, this was so much fun.